Hello everybody, how's it going? Carl Screwzilla here, and I hope you're all well, and welcome to a little bit of a different video. Today I am going to be trying to get my Class D. I'm going for the D. Yeah, I'm D hunting. I'm hunting that D. Make all the jokes you can about the D. So I'm going for the Class D qualifications, so I'm going to try and qualify for Class D. So we'll see how that goes, I guess, maybe. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So we're going to be racing in the Mazda, the MX-5 Cup, the rookies. We're here at Lime Rock Park. Of course, slightly different layout to Lime Rock nowadays, which does throw me off a little bit now and again because of that little chicane. Okay, let's get the car. Let's quick practice. Let's talk you through a lap of this track and explain what we got here. So, Lime Rock Park, America. Cool little track. The Mazda MX-5, awesome little car, fantastic little sports car, of course. Rear-wheel drive, front engine. Not a huge amount of horsepower, but this car weighs as much as a cigarette packet, so you don't really need it. So let's talk you through. So first of all, let's talk you through what's going on up on the HUD. So you can see in the left-hand corner my steering input, as well as my pedal input. So the green is my accelerator, blue is the clutch, and red is the brake. Also got the speed there. I have miles per hour because I work in miles, because I'm weird like that. So let's talk around Lime Rock Park for this practice run. So, Lime Rock Park, got the front straight here into a double right-hander. We start braking heavily at 200 metre mark. Start going through there. We can keep a bit of acceleration through here. You don't have to fully drop off. Come through here into a tight left-hander. Why did I drop it to second gear there? We don't need to do that. Keep it in third gear, you idiot. Right-hander. Bit of a sort of straight, a slight turn. It comes up to this new little chicane here. You can almost straight line this chicane to get the best out of it, and that's going to get you the best time. Fast right-hander, a little bit of lift now and again. You've got to be careful on that corner because you don't want to take too much curb there. If you do take too much curb, offsets the balance of the car. Into the final corner, which is almost flat out. You can get it flat if you get the car right, and that's a lap of Lime Rock. Up to fifth gear, and that is a lap of Lime Rock Park. So, obviously we'll jump back for the race and qualifying and bits like that. I'll be editing this video, so it won't be full races. It will just be a sort of like a highlights package of how we do, I think. Yeah, I'll see how it goes. So it's the first time trying a video like this, I guess. So I'm going to see how this video does as well. So I'll see you in a couple of moments. Main goal is just not to crash. That's it. It's get a good finish, not to crash, have a clean race. That's literally it. I don't mind how fast I am or whereabouts I finish, in all honesty. It's more of a getting to the finish than finishing first thing. So let's get qualification underway. That's the shift I'm talking about there, where you miss the gear completely. Completely balls it up. much better lap.
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
Not a bad lap in all honesty. 1 minute 2:7.68, which isn't that bad. The fast guys are going to be in the 1 minute ones, so we're sort of going to be mid-pack. So yeah, the aim for this race is to get a finish. That's it. As I said, I'm not looking at actually, you know, winning the race or positions, things like that. Would be nice to get a good position.
Green, green, green.
But we'll see what we can do. Good start there.
Car on your left. Clear on the left. Left side. Clear.
Fuck's sake.
On the left.
And that guy did not leave any racing room at all. The aim is to not hit people at the start, not crash into everybody, mate.
Left side.
Get past that guy. It's almost better to start at the back of these races if you just want to avoid contact and incident, really, because it's just,
Blue car ahead.
you're guaranteed to get trouble. Sorry, Alex.
Right side. Clear. Car on your left. Clear. You're in fifth.
Got a bit of lack of traffic coming up now. So this could help or hinder us.
Car right. Clear.
Definitely helped us that time round.
Left side. Clear on the left.
That was very much a dive bomb there. That could have ended up in disaster, but Matthew was very kind not to take me out there, because that could have been very bad. He seemed to really slow down through the apex of those corners, so I don't know if he had braked a bit late as well, because we both braked pretty late there. But the fact I had that inside and we didn't touch, pretty confident about that. Of course, the car starts to change now at this stage of the race. Lighter on fuel, your tyres start to get a little bit worn, and they're sort of up to temperature, so the car starts to feel different, and that can cause some people to run into a little bit of trouble, because you sort of get thrown out because you brake a little bit later, and then you have to brake a bit earlier, and that can sometimes throw you out and cause you issues. Delete your lap down, please don't.
Stay on the left. Clear.
And you have to deal with people like that just, as I say, they just cause problems, unfortunately. to get involved in any of this stupidity up in front of us.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Alex, you're a lap down. Why do you have to race so hard, dude?
Go right. Go right.
And it's over.
Chicken flag. Chicken flag.
P3.
Great job.
Jump back to the start and watch that again. So we get a really good start there. So we managed to get up to second place, and that guy just on the outside there, just pushing his way through, just decides to smash into us, does not give us any room. Unfortunately, twists us onto the inside, and that causes a big crash and gives us a lot of incident points. And that's a frustrating thing, is it's like, you know, you don't do too many mistakes, yet you get a lot of incident points, and that racing towards the end there was just really, really dumb. But we did get P3 in the end, so that is really, really good. I'm quite happy with that. I'm extremely happy with that, in all honesty, actually. You know, can't ask for more than P3. I started P3, finished P3, so that's good. I'm really happy with that. So I'm going to be using a different audio technique for this one. So if it sounds crap, I apologise. Hopefully it will be fine. Hopefully you won't even notice the difference. Wide. Did not need to do that. That lap's now aborted. See what we get here.
Alright, there's the chicken flag.
1029, so slower than our last race by a NASCAR Cup. He's dicking that really, but that's not too bad. 1029, again, relatively pace-wise, that's not the worst pace in the world, but we'll soon see how it turns out once we see how everybody else qualifies, of course. Okay, so far we're actually, well, better say so far we're fastest. Somebody out qualifies us. Okay, so second, so that's not bad actually, considering that was the slower lap. You almost want to try to do the Jim Clark approach of just going faster than everybody else to avoid accidents. If you're out in front with nobody around you, then there's less chance of anybody hitting you. That's the old theory there, which is a good theory, and it works quite well for Jim Clark, you know, in races, that is. Okay. Somebody jumped the start behind us. Somebody jumped the start in front of us.
Green flag, green flag.
Wait for the tyres to get up to temperature now, just get the car just to a nice operating temperature, get everything nice and squirrel away. And we are in the lead at the moment.
You're in first.
Got to check the mirrors really in this position just to make sure that nobody's taking a run down your inside as you turn into the corner. So this guy's got some good speed on him as well, which is, you know, it's one of those things you've got to keep an eye on because he's good through some corners. I think I've got the better of him through the chicane section, but I think he's got better speed overall. He's got much more confidence through these fast sweepers than I have. He has a bit better straight line speed. We're going to cover off the inside a little bit. Going for a bit of a lunge there. Guys that had to serve the drive-through penalty, of course, are coming up to be lapped because they lost a lot of time in the pit lane, unfortunately. Just keep driving, just don't concentrate on the guy behind us, because what you can do is you can end up looking in your mirror and then you end up racing your mirror, not your car, not your actual track. Keep focused on those braking points and turn-in points. That's what we're looking for. We're just running our own race at the moment, that's it. We're not trying for anything here, we're just running the race. Just being nice and consistent, that's the goal here. You can see how fast those other guys were just because of the fact I'm not catching them. You know, so unfortunate for them to get the jump start penalty. Must say, I actually quite like the chicane now. I hated it when they first introduced it. Coming up to some traffic now. Kind of catching at a bad point here.
Left side. Still there. Clear on the left.
Traffic management is the harder thing to get into with sim racing, especially online, because it's just... One thing I'll say about AI is they're a bit more predictable. Whereas...
Indigo, this time by.
living people can be a bit less predictable and be a bit more erratic sometimes, and as I say, try and race you and things like that when they're a lap or two down.
Thanks for crashing me, man.
And yeah, they can be a bit more erratic, of course. Oval racing, it's a bit different, obviously, when you're racing the lapped cars, because the lead lap is quite important just in case of a caution. On a road course like this, you don't get full course cautions, you don't get safety car periods, you're not going to get a wave around or anything like that, so it's not as crucial to fight leaders. Because nobody likes finishing a lap down. At the same time, it's not worth racing the guys that are leading or racing each other. You know, if you're coming up to if you've got a pair of cars that are a lap ahead of you racing each other, don't get in their way. Don't ruin their race. You know, you don't have to get out their way either. Just stick to your line. You know, make it so they pass you. Just don't be erratic. Like, that's the thing, is as long as you're not erratic and all over the place, it makes things a little bit easier for the car in front. Start braking spot there. If you stick to a line, it's much easier to pass somebody than if you're sort of dodging all out. And you know, if you go wide and onto the grass and end up spinning the car, and you know, there's so many things that can go wrong. So you know, it's just be considerate, I guess.
You got a slow car on the left.
I hate hearing that on by my spotter, because it's just, you know, you don't know what you're going to come up against sometimes. You know, it might be somebody just rejoining the or just bulleting across the track like a torpedo.
Slow car ahead. Go left.
Like that, for instance. Could very nearly been a race over for us.
I need one more good lap. Car on your left. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the left.
One more circuit to do. Few corners to go. And we've just got the straight to go. And that's it. We've got it. We've won. We won. We won. We won. It's a win.
You won.
I won. Thanks for some good racing out there, guys. Sorry for incidents that some people had. I saw a few people got knocked out from lapped cars and stuff, but it was fun. Plus, that's my first win. Thank you. Got a win.
Congrats on the win, buddy.
Thank you so much.
I was doing my best. I was doing my best to catch you.
Oh, I noticed. I was watching that time and I was freaking out. I was coming up to some lapped cars and I was just looking. I'm just like, oh god, no, 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 no.
Well, congrats. It was a good drive.
Thank you very much, and congratulations on P2 as well. Well earned, and you really pushed me to the end there. I was terrified. That's a win.
Well, you held up to the pressure well.
Okay, the race is over. Bring it on.
Thank you very much. Well, that's a win.
Move it.
That's a win. We got a win. Oh god, we got a race win. Let's go back to the start. Just have a little look at that, because honestly, that's what won it for us. Was the start. those guys that jumped their start really cocked themselves up, and unfortunately the guy behind me, he obviously got caught out in traffic. You can see a few people as well getting caught up in the incidents there, but as I said, doing the Jim Clark method seems to work. Lead the race, don't get involved in any incidents, and don't crash, and you generally end up doing well. So I put it to the test, and apparently it worked so well, I won a race. I'm so happy with that. I'm ecstatic. God, I am super happy with that, because, you know, that's just such a big such a big thing for me to have as well. You know, just getting a win is just, it's really cool. It's just, it's really good, and that's put me into Class D as well. That's Class D. I got Class D. So yeah, that got me Class D and a win. So my final rookies race won me a race. So yeah, I'm so happy with that. So yeah, as you can tell, I was a bit happy with that one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you did. I'll do some more like this in the future, maybe. This was a bit of a longer one, obviously, because I did the 2 races. I didn't know how many races it was going to take. Luckily, it only took the 2, and I got that win, so I did it with style. Of course, if you like this content, subscribe to the channel, things like that. It does help an enormous amount. Give a like and all those usual things. And thank you so much for watching to the end. And until next time, this is me, Carl Screezilla, wishing you all a good year, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Sync the audio, please, Carl. Editor Carl, that is, not Carl that's doing this, because you can't do it while you're doing this, you idiot.